Okay, hello everybody. Today I'm in the north of the Netherlands, in the area of Alkmaar, which is a medium-sized city, and this is on the outskirts of that. So yeah, you got some pretty nice scenery here. Today I'd like to do a review on my Rush 12 from 511. You know, it's a backpack that I bought for day hikes, as a day hiking, you know, backpack. Maybe a bit like for in the weekends, small trips, and I had it for 5 years now, so I thought it would be nice to look at the pros and the cons and how it's holding up, so see if it's got any wear and tear on it. So yeah, that's what I want to do. If you want to see the specs, you can look them up on the internet. Basically it's a 24-liter bag with a lot of pouches and stuff, and obviously a lot of mole webbing. Alright, so let's have a close-up. Hello everybody, so welcome back. We are inside because of the wind, so I wanted the sound to be at least decent, so we're gonna do this inside. I got the bag here. I thought we start at the back side of the bag, just so that you know, that's where you would maybe expect the most wear and tear. As you can see, hopefully, it is still pretty new, right? After 5 years, it doesn't really show any signs of wear. It's still good. All the stitches are still okay. It doesn't even have too much discoloration. Okay, it may be a little bit dirty here and there, but nothing wrong with it. Now, having said that, so it's a very comfortable bag. It has some padding, but the height difference between the padding and the back is literally only 3-4 millimeters, nothing fancy. So it ain't much in terms of ventilation. So if you're walking or hiking in warm weather, it could be a bit sweaty, but it's okay. And it has, of course, or not of course, but it has 2 extra buckles here, and then you could actually attach like a waist belt or strap, at least to keep the bag in place. It's not really any carrying capacity, but it's okay. We also have something I like really about this bag is the carrying system. The Yoke system that they have is really comfortable. I mean, it is literally one of the most comfortable bags that I own. I carry my head on this carabiner, but you can also have a small first aid kit or a small pouch with some money or what have you attached to that belt, to the strap on the front. So that, I think, is a really good bonus. Now, one thing I don't like, but that's more like personal, it's more like I don't use, is that water bladder compartment. Now it has a plastic reinforcement which gives the bag a bit stability, and then this is the inside of the bag already, so this is just separating the bag from this water pouch. But this is quite thick altogether, and if you don't use that volume, I think that is too bad. Now for the size comparison, this is my laptop, my 13-inch Apple, and it is almost, yeah, well, it does fit, but it's really a tight fit. So a 13-inch laptop would actually fit in, but it ain't, yeah, it doesn't need, if it's only a little bit bigger, 15-inch, it's gonna be a problem. It just fits in, but it does hold my laptop, so that is well protected, in case you wondered. So the Yoke system, very good. So the handle, after all these years, still very good, no wear and tear there. And two of the water holes for the water bladder that I don't use. Now, one of the things that I really like is this pouch at the top for the sunglasses. It is with extra soft material, and that is nice, but it does have a downside. If you open the bag up, which I do now for you, is, look, the pouch is actually on the inside of the bag. And of course, that's not really a problem unless you stuff your bag really full, and then this doesn't really have the space, especially not sunglasses, because they are a little bit fragile. and it doesn't really fit with the pouch from the sunglasses. It's too small, so it's kind of like a stuff, and you have to stuff it in, and then your sunglasses maybe get a bit of deformed or something, so be careful with that, just so you know. So right, so that's the bag. From that point, let's go, yeah, well, to the inside then, while we're at it. As you can see, it opens up all the way. Now that is for me a very good plus point. That means that you have really good access to all your gear, and it has an extra sleeve on the inside. You know, I find that kind of like annoying, because every time you stuff something in, you get hung up on that thing. So either you put something in there, or it's basically a bit in the way. I even think about maybe cutting it out one day. And you have the hole here as well on the inside. I don't know if you can see that, but that's where the water bladder, where the hose comes through, and then you feed it through the holes there. So that's a good thing. So on the inside, even on the flap, it has two pouches with the webbing, and that webbing is still in one piece, which I think is kind of like unbelievable, because usually that goes the first. The webbing is usually a bit fragile, but you know, all the time still in one piece. Let's go to the front. Well, it still looks good. I think it is a little bit discolored after 5 years of use. I've used it in some pretty warm countries. I've been to Malta with this, and Cyprus, Sicily, I believe. And so with the sunlight there, with a lot of UV, I think that kind of discolors it a bit. So it's maybe a bit grayish instead of black, but I can tell you that I'm not really sure if it's that much discoloration, so it's not bad. Now what do I like about it? Well, especially this small pouch pocket on the top. This is the one I use the most. I put my phone in there, my wallet, and it fits in, you know, it's decently big. My whole hand can go in, so it's quite a good pocket. It's really convenient. And then the big pocket, again, it opens up all the way to the bottom, which is really nice. You can flap it open, well, almost all the way, but it has a lot of pouches again. I believe this is about, I don't know, 1, 2, you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 8 pouches. I think, personally, it's a bit of an overkill, and you can see it here. I just throw it in. I don't want to go in all these pouches and look around. I mean, if you're really looking for something like an organizer, this is fantastic. But if you just, you know, need a bag where you throw a few basic stuff in, then it gets a bit of an overkill. But hey, it's in there, so you can either use it or not use it. I mean, that is up to you. Personally, a few less pockets would have been nice. Now the zippers, I mean, I really have to give it to them. The zippers are fantastic. Now these are YKK zippers, and I really use these zippers like daily. You know, this is the bag that I commute with to work. Stuff books in, and I even do something I think stupid, but you know, what can I say? So this is the bag, right? Where's the zipper? Oh, here's the zipper, right? So I hope you can see that. But what I sometimes do is I actually lift the bag at the zipper, and I got books in there, right? So it's really heavy, but I don't grab it here. I just grab it at the zippers here, at the small, at the pieces of lanyard that are on there, and I actually put it down like this. Now, that is not really smart, but after all these years, that is still working, and no problems whatsoever with that as well. Alright, so in terms of wear and tear, the bottom, that might be interesting, but it's still like new. It's got drain holes, it's got these webbing here, and they show a little bit of discoloration here. This is what hits the floor the first, of course, but I shove it around a lot, and you know, nothing of any kind of really wear and tear. It's really looking good. So after 5 years of normal use, I mean, you know, I'm not doing anything stupid with it. It is still in one piece, looking good, like new, actually. Maybe despite, maybe one thing, the color. Maybe the discoloring is a bit of odd. Now it has contraption straps, or what do you call them? So to keep everything close together if you want to keep it compact. But it is only a 24-liter bag, so it is a tactical bag. that gives you a lot of options in terms of pouches that you can attach. But although I bought it with that in mind, I can tell you that after a few years I started to see things a little bit different. My philosophy about what it should be and how I should use it changed a little bit. And I now actually not prefer to have too many pouches hanging on it and putting it on and taking it off. And so I just get a bigger bag. Now they have the Rush 24, which is 37 liters, and they have the Rush 72, which is 55 liters. So if you have more gear, just get a bigger bag. I think that would be worth it. And don't do all these pouches and stuff. So for me, the mole webbing could have been a little bit less. But I saw at the website of 511 that they now have a whole different lineup with new bags that are more urban oriented and not just tactical. Now I must say that I tested this one for 5 years, and I can say with 100% confidence that this is a quality bag and this will last you a long time. I cannot say that for the other bags. I haven't tested them, but if the company is true to their quality, then there should be no problem with that. But if I buy another one, I would probably go for a more urban oriented bag. But hey, it is a great bag. It is fantastic. It is bomb proof. It is around $100, 100 euros, which is maybe a little bit expensive, but for the quality, I think it's a fair price. You really get a comfortable bag that will last you a lifetime. So if you, I will put some specs in, but if you want to see more, just go to the website, 511, and then just type Rush 12 or what have you, what you want, and you'll be fine. Maybe for you, the side, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 webbing here, one on top, webbing on the bottom, webbing on here, webbing on top here, other side the same. So I would have preferred a water bottle pouch here, or maybe a pouch altogether, just so that you have that possibility of putting gear in instead of that mole webbing. Of course, I get the modular idea behind it, but again, personally, my philosophy, I would rather than buy another bag with more volume to put my gear in. But again, as bags go, this is one of the most comfortable bags that I own, and I'm very happy with that. Alright, so I hope it helped. I will put some specifications in a graph for you, so you can look that up if you're interested, and I hope it helped. Alright, see you next time. Bye bye.